Another cultural shock that I had, is I'm not used to the Philippine funerals. You know, in the Philippines and the provinces, they have a march like to the cemetery from, let's say, the chapel. They have a service in the chapel, and then everybody follows the hearse or whatever you want to call it, and they go to the funeral, to the cemetery. And in America, I never knew that existed. I just saw a movie, a James Bond movie called Live and Let Die, boom, boom. And they went ahead in New Orleans and had this funeral march in the streets. And then a guy got stabbed, and then they went and picked his body up and everyone was cheering. But that was the only thing I've ever seen in my life. And then when I come to the Philippines, everywhere you go, especially on a Saturday, and if it's a Friday, there's another cemetery funeral on Saturday, so they do it on Friday. But they do it. And just last month, I was in my first funeral procession with my good friend Mike that passed away this past month. And I was in that procession, and that was my first funeral procession. I blogged that, and it was just really different. And it's just something that I'm not used to. In the Philippines, though, it's normal. So that was a big shock. These funeral processions a lot different in the Philippines than America. In America, you just go to like a funeral home, and then you meet at the gravesite or whatever, chapel near the cemetery or whatever. But in the Philippines, they really do a big thing, taking the body to the cemetery.